Hello everyone, Legion True Hero here, and welcome back to Persona 5 Royal. So, it's come to my attention that I'm out of time for for Strikers coming out. That, because it comes out Tuesday, and it is currently Sunday afternoon. So I'm probably gonna go ahead, I'm still gonna finish this series, but we're gonna get to Strikers way later than I anticipated. So, just wanted to give you guys that heads up, and let's see who texted me. Ooh, we can go hang out with Ryuji. Fuck it, study time! Exams are coming up soon. You're not getting a jump on studying without me, right? Right? If you're gonna do it, you want to do it together, I'm in serious trouble. So, what's it going to be? Do you want to study with Ryuji? Let's go! That's a huge help. I'll be waiting at the diner in Shibuya. Oh. Ryuji. Huh, I'm starting to get the hang of this, so I guess that's what I do with this one, too. Wait, that's not good. Damn it! What'd I mess up on? Try starting over. Good advice, Ren. It's important to revisit and review where things went wrong. Knowledge. 3 points of knowledge just from that? Oh, here, if I just fix this... Whoa, problem solved. You're freaking amazing, dude. I'm gonna go grab a refill. Solving that question's got me real pumped up.
Wanna head back?
Alright. Guess we should go home. But that was fast. I can't believe this. A school assembly during exam week? The hell are they thinking? It's the day after tomorrow, right? I wonder if it's going to be about Mr. Kamoshida again. Ugh, I can't believe the school is messing with our schedules like this. I don't care what it's about. It's going to have nothing to do with us students. I wish they'd stop dragging us into their mess.
Rough.
A mandatory assembly during exam week, huh? Sounds rough for all of you.
Well, shall we
Now
begin?
then, let the first day of exams begin. What historical figure inspired the idiom of favoring the magistrate? Okay, right off the gate. Completely forgot that's where we were. I got this. Hold on. Mostly because... here we go. What is the date? I'll just look for the question. Give me just a second. We're not in June yet. Okay. Okay, so it's Minamoto no Yoshitsune. Yes.
Ooh, we can do this.
That sounds right. Let's see, an essay question. This looks tough, but let's calm down and think it through. Provide the reason why Minamoto no Yoshitsune is reviewed as a hero. Yoshitsune had a brother, right? I think his name was... Yorimoto, wasn't it? Or Yoritomo. Yeah, that's the one. Yoshitsune worked under Yoritomo, and he did a lot for his brother. But they ended up coming into conflict, and in the end, when they had to oppose each other... Yoritomo won. Yeah, Yoshitsune committed suicide after being exiled by his brother. But even though he lost, Yoshitsune is the one who went down in history as a hero. It's probably because people tend to sympathize less with figures in power and sympathize more with the weak. Yeah, not just any weak person though. People love rooting for an underdog who stands up to powerful oppressors, and Yoshitsune did that to his brother. So the reason Yoshitsune is treated as a hero is because he stood up against the powerful Yoritomo. You finished in time! Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I think time is up. Put down your pencils and put your hands under your desks. I think it's gonna move straight into the next day of exams. So
Let's get started.
today is the second day of exam. Yep, I can move straight into it. Cognition.
Ooh, we can do this.
That sounds about right. Both.
Ooh, we can do this.
And then there's 2 questions left.
Okay, class, let's get started.
Does everyone have a test? Then you may begin. Name the book that defined a malefactor as the chief factor in the progress of the human race. The Devil's Dictionary.
Ooh, we can do this.
What character archetype refers to a mysterious and seductive woman, typically with ulterior motives? A femme fatale.
Ooh, we can do this.
That sounds about right. And it's the end of exam week. Yay! What a strange way to do that. Fast forward! Don't care about the rumors. Don't like wasting time reading those. Because they don't add anything.
Ever since that specific incident, many of you have voiced concerns that I could not bear to ignore. We believe the mental health of our student body is absolutely vital, so we've acquired the services of a therapist. The floor is yours, Doctor.
Isn't he hot?
It's nice to meet you all.
Whoa, his voice is sexy.
My name is...
Huh?
My name is Takuto Maruki. Thank you for welcoming me to your school.
Whoops.
No need to be formal with me, though. I'm just here to counsel anyone who's interested.
Poor guy.
You can even call me Doc, if that would help you feel more comfortable. Any assistance you need, I'll be... Oh. I guess I'm not really any good for helping with money problems. Thank you, Dr. Maruki.
Yo. You ever expect this place to actually give a shit about our mental health?
No.
Well, our school's made national news. Maybe they figured they'd look even worse if they didn't do anything for us.
I mean, most likely, that's probably exactly why they are doing something. A little late, though, ain't it? Like, I don't know.
And Dr. what's his name?
Maruki.
Yeah, wasn't that guy just basically clowning it up on stage?
I
Do you really think he'll do us any good?
mean, yeah, maybe.
Yuji.
Hey there. Sakamoto-kun and Takamaki-san, right? And that must make you.
Mamiya.
How do you know our names?
Well, I was informed of certain students before beginning my tenure here. Those that had, previous interactions with Mr. Kamoshida.
Yeah.
It must have been especially tough for you after having just transferred here.
More or less. Do you think I'd end up in a castle? Yeah. Not really.
You're quite the tough youngster. Just don't overdo it, okay?
I will do as
what do
I
you want with
please,
us?
thank you.
Ah, yes. I'd forgotten. I know I already offered my services to the student body earlier, but would you three be interested in counseling?
Nope, not at all.
Huh?
How's that surprising?
You were just a touch more emphatic about it than I'd expected. Ah. But if you come to my office, you can have free snacks. All you can eat. Would be nice, but there's still plenty to be had. So, how about it?
Tell me more of these snacks.
Hey, don't fall for that.
To be frank, I've been explicitly ordered to provide counseling to the students directly involved with Mr. Kamoshida. It's in the school's interest.
Okay.
For its students.
The school's interest, huh?
I know that asking you to be open with a complete stranger like myself is a lot.
Indeed.
Making this mandatory wouldn't do you any good either.
Nope.
Might as well turn it into a worthwhile experience.
Very true. I mean, you can't force people to get help if they don't want it. Whether they need it or not is irrelevant. If they don't want it, they don't want it.
Ooh, I know.
Some people have to come to help on their own terms, and some people can just take it when it's offered.
If you attend
I'm
my
not going to
counseling
talk about which
sessions,
one of those I
I'll
am.
teach you different ways to improve your mental acuity. Like ways to hone your concentration before exams, or not getting nervous on dates. How's that sound?
Okay, I guess. Mental training. If I make good use of this, it may aid in our fantasy
There's
activities
also
too.
snacks.
You're really on about these snacks, dude.
All right. Enough with the snacks. So, which way are you leaning?
I'm gonna do it.
I guess it'd just be more trouble for us if we didn't go.
True.
Yeah.
That face.
Really? Then I guess it's a deal. I'll be in the nurse's office.
He
Feel
said
free
the
to come by
word.
whenever it's convenient for you.
He
Well,
said
we should
the
get going.
word.
Okay. Thanks for taking my counseling into consideration. Now that
Of
we have
course.
a deal, I promise I'll do my best to help you.
He said it again. I knew it. I'm a spaz, don't mind me.
It's hard to believe an ordinary high school student could accomplish such grandiose heists.
Why is that so hard to believe?
One would need a heart of steel, unaffected by outside influences, and prepared to act without hesitating.
Uh-huh.
There has to be someone who helped strengthen your mental state. Sound like somebody you know?
No, not at all.
Give me a name.
No. Fuck yourself.
I am thou.
Yep. The councillor?
All right.
I'm not surprised. So, okay, this is something I believe I mentioned in previous episodes.
Okay,
Um,
quiet down.
I'm not gonna move that forward just yet. Maruki is one of 3 people in Royal as opposed to, regular Persona 5 that you need, in order to get the best ending, you have to max out his confidant ranking. There are 3 people that require that. He's one of them. I just said that. Anyway, point is, he has to, so anytime he pops up before there's a specific date you have to have him maxed out by. So basically, up until the time he's maxed out, if he pops up on the list, unless we're at, like, you know, we're at, like, rank 9 and we still have a long way to go before that date, we're gonna go talk to him, spend time with him. just a heads up. Oh. I have an addendum to the earlier assembly regarding the counseling you've all been offered. The counselor will be available to you starting after school today in the nurse's office. Dr. Maruki will only be posted here through November. Okay. So be sure to speak with him soon if you feel the need. For the majority of you, it's your choice whether you go or not you go see him, but there are a few students I'll speak with later. The school's decided visits to Dr. Maruki will be mandatory for these individuals. Yo, you guys gonna go for it? What, the counseling? It kind of sounds like we're being forced to. I told Dr. Maruki I'd do it, but I don't know if I'm really that into the idea, you know? Let's do it! Yeah, probably better not to draw more attention to ourselves anyway. I think I'm gonna try going today. Counseling, eh? Lady Allen's right. Make sure you visit him so you don't draw any attention to yourself, okay? Yeah, Well, yeah. I'm just gonna go for the bonuses.
Yes. Welcome.
Welcome. Are you here for a counseling session? Yeah. Is now a bad time? Not at all. It's always a good time, so long as I'm not already listening to a student. I'm so glad you're here. Would you care for a snack?
Well, shall we begin?
Not at all what that says, but we'll deal with it. Oh, but first, just relax, alright? I'm only here to listen to whatever you wish to talk about.
Yes.
Sure. Although I really only have one thing on my mind right now anyway.
Hmm.
Yes, I'd say that makes perfect sense. But don't force yourself into talking with me. You could even just grab some snacks and be on your way if you wanted. No, it's alright. I know I need to talk to someone about this anyway. That is, if you're willing to listen to the super long story. And I absolutely am. Take all the time you need. I see, that's such a horrible thing to do to someone. Yes, that's why I wanted to get even with him, for Shiho. And? At first I thought Kamoshida ought to face the same fate Shiho was going to put herself through, but...
Right.
Later I realized that wasn't right. If he did take his own life, it wouldn't undo Shiho's suffering. In fact, it'd just give him the easy way out.
Right.
Is that so? You know, you are quite the wise, level-headed young woman, Tamaki-san. Huh? I think you've got the wrong idea. Nope, in fact, I think you're wiser than I was at your age. I wasn't anywhere near as mature as you are now. It's not like I did anything special, though. If I hadn't gone through my own share of hell, I don't think I'd be so mature either. I see. So what's on your mind now? Right now?
Think.
Just hoping Shiho will get better quickly. We both suffered a lot, but I just want to get back to laughing and having fun together like we used to. At this point, I don't give a rat's ass about Kamoshida.
Yeah.
Now there's a healthy outlook. You can't change the past, but you still want to keep your chin up and press onward, is the gist of it. Yeah, that sounds about right. I mean, it'd definitely be better if none of this had happened at all,
Quite.
but... I definitely agree with you there. But it's impossible to wipe every tragedy from history.
Yeah.
If only, right? Everyone would be so much happier if we could actually do that. Oh, seems I lost track of the time. We should wrap things up here for today. Thank you so much for coming to see me. Oh no, thank you. I feel a ton better now that that's all off my chest.
Be careful, okay?
Good to hear it. You deserve it. Feel free to stop by again
Okay,
anytime.
I'm gonna get going.
Will do. See you around. Well, I went in for counseling. You're going soon too, right, Ren? How'd it go? Well, it honestly wasn't as rough as I was expecting. I think you should just go and give it a shot. Dr. Maruki's easier to talk to than you think. Okay, see you tomorrow. Didn't you have a counseling appointment? That's in the nurse's office in the practice building, right? I'll just pass time in the area until you're done. Yeah, okay.
How are you?
Ah, hello. Are you here for a session as well? That's right. Is that so? Dr. Maruki is a wonderful counselor. I've actually been seeing him for a while before he ever came to Shujin. Oh, I didn't know you two were acquainted. Don't go overselling me too hard, though. Yoshizawa-san, I'm really nothing special. Well, I need to get going. Please excuse me. Bye!
Alright then.
Let's say we get started.
Welcome.
Welcome. Thank you for coming. We made a deal. Oh shit. I didn't really think this would be part of it. Hold on. Persona 5 Royal Maruki. Can I spell that right, please? This one's important, so we can't afford to fall behind on this one. Okay, so I actually chose... There were two answers there. We made a deal, I'm a little nervous. Well, I'll try to make sure it's worth the trouble.
I see.
I see. Thank you. I think I've gotten a good grasp of the situation you're in, Amamiya-kun. Well, full disclosure, the school gave me a brief rundown of the circumstances surrounding your transfer here. It's in the past. Did you have to force yourself to accept everything that happened? No, that doesn't seem to be it.
So,
now that you've told me more about yourself, I think I've realized something. It seems like you've largely been able to reconcile your internal world with your external one. I should note, that's really, truly impressive. Even most adults can't reliably manage that. How to put it, you know how everyone has an internal reality, some conception of themselves they're striving for. Like wanting to be a model student, or wanting to be loved and relied on, that kind of thing. But that idealized reality and the one in actuality are often far apart. That gap is responsible for a lot of people's pain. Not everyone can ace their exams, and not everyone can be the heroes they wish they could be. You've already been through so much, that kind of suffering is usually enough to twist people up into dark places. But you're standing up to it, and confronting a tough, painful reality. To me, that's incredibly admirable. Then again, maybe that's a little weird for you to hear from a guy you just met, huh? Let's see. But it sounds right. Not even any deflecting self-deprecation. You really are strong, Amamiya-kun.
I'm sorry.
Well, let's see. Sorry, this went on longer than expected. Somehow this conversation just took on a life of its own, I guess.
Say.
Hey, I've actually got one last request. Do you mind?
You know,
I'm actually doing certain research along with my duties as a counselor. It's not quite like counseling, more like a type of psychological treatment. Basically, it's a project to learn more about people's metaphorical hearts, what they think, how they feel.
How about it?
If I get far enough with it, I think it'll be able to help a lot of people, so... I'll need more details.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry. I guess my point is, I'd like to ask you to help with that research. All you'd have to do is listen to my theories and then tell me if they spark any ideas or realizations on your end. Please, anytime's good for me. I can work around your schedule. And, I've got a lot of snacks, too. You can have them. They're yours. Well, okay. Really? Yes, you're a lifesaver.
Well...
Let's see. I know, maybe I could teach you some tips for mental training. I happen to know a lot on the subject. I'm sure I can cook up a special regimen for you. If you're dedicated enough, I'm sure you could draw out your full potential.
Thank you.
Okay, I guess that's our second deal. I feel like my bond with Maruki is growing deeper. So, November, huh? Detox X. When Joker's inflicted with an ailment, he may recover immediately. Ooh. I didn't know that was a thing.
I know.
So let's see, what rank we have to max out. So we have to make sure we choose all the best options. Okay. We just gotta be prepared for him to come back anytime. Alright, would it be okay if we traded contact information? I'll contact you when I've got time or when I need some input from you. Sure! That should do it.
Now,
I'd better do my part to repay you. Let's talk about mental training and presence. Let's see. First off, blah 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 blah. Time skip. Thanks to Maruki's mental training, my mind feels stronger.
Alright.
And that's the second bonus. Oh, and here, never a bad time for a snack, right? Non-static gum.
well, see you.
Thank you for your help today. I'll see you around at school. Progress. Progress.
Man.
You really spent a long time talking to Maruki. Look how late it is. Well, if you think the sessions are worthwhile, you should try going again sometime. Okay.
Good night.
But we should definitely get some sleep for now. Tomorrow's your last day of exams, right? No, I work out. I work out right now. Let's call it a day and go to bed. Slip. Use the sleep.
I'm so sleepy.
I ended up pulling an all-nighter once I realized today's the last day of exams.
Staying up studying?
Nah, I gave up on the exam. I was playing some games, and then before I knew it, it was morning.
I know that feeling.
Bull! You say that, but you probably just spent the whole night studying.
I mean, shut up.
Morning.
Yo,
You too, huh?
look who else is yawning?
Okay.
Exams are almost over, so I thought I'd make one last effort across the finish line.
That's fair.
Impressive, Lady Ann. You're quite different from this stupid monkey I know.
Huh? Don't give me that crap. Your brain's tiny compared to mine.
Size is meaningless if there's nothing inside, you know.
What was that?
Will you please shut up? You're gonna make me forget everything I remember. Huh? Am I imagining things?
What's wrong?
What? You see a groper or something?
No,
Okay.
that's not it. It's nothing.
Suspicious.
Oh my god, that guy got off. Isn't this bad? Hey, at least act like you care.
Fine. Come on.
Just amused. Alright. Keys. Hello.
Hey, are you sure it's him, or are you just that self-conscious?
I'm not that.
Is there something you want?
That's my line. You are the one stalking me.
Oh.
Stalking you? That's outrageous.
I know you've been following me ever since the train.
That's because...
It's the guy from the photo.
I had wondered why you left the car, so this is where your passion led. All is well that ends well.
Confusion?
I saw you from the car, and I couldn't help myself from chasing after you. I didn't even notice the
Okay.
calls from Sensei, but thank goodness I caught up to you.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
You're the woman I've been searching for all this time. Please, won't you
Wait a minute.
be the model for my next art piece?
Model?
All that I've drawn till now has been lacking, but I feel a passion from you unlike anyone else.
This man's highly suspicious.
Ain't
Maybe.
this a recruit for some shady business?
Will you cooperate with me? What do you say?
Hold your horses. Who are you anyways?
Oh, where are my manners? I'm a second year at Kosei High's Fine Arts Division. My name is Yusuke Kitagawa. I'm Madarame Sensei's pupil, and I am being allowed residence at his place. I'm striving to become an artist.
Uh-huh.
Huh?
Bit
Do you
eccentric,
mean
eh?
that Madarame? The one who was on Good Morning Japan the other?
The very same.
Yes.
You know who that is?
He was introduced as a super famous Japanese-style artist who's been recognized all over the world.
Uh-huh.
But we heard that name the other day in Mementos.
Uh-huh.
Yusuke,
I'm sorry, Sensei. I'll be right there.
That old guy's Madarame?
Madarame Sensei's exhibition will begin at the department store near the station tomorrow. I'll be there to help out on opening day. Please come by. It'd be great if you could give me your answer in regard to being a model then. I bet you have no interest in the fine arts, but I'll give you tickets too. Well then, I hope...
Yes.
That guy's as easy to read as a book. You're not planning on going, are ya?
I think I will.
What? Why?
But look at the time.
How dare you
Dude.
go after Lady Ann? I've memorized that face of yours, Yusuke.
Okay. Why? Now what?
You became acquainted with Madarame's pupil by chance?
Technically speaking, even though she ranks up via story progression, Sai actually has a couple answers towards the end of her conversation, apparently, through the guide. Apparently she has a couple answers that matter. So I guess you could say she's the fourth person. I don't know if that changes between regular and royal, so just a heads up.
That's a little too convenient. It makes me wonder if you're even telling the truth. So be it. What I want to know most is your method. It's true that
Believe what you
Madarame
will.
was an unforgivable criminal worthy of the scorn thrown at him. He was an adult who cultivated his own fame and fortune by sacrificing the livelihood of children. But he'd been
Yes.
covering his tracks for years. How did you uncover the truth in such a short span of time?
Shut the fuck up, and we'll learn. In the metaverse.
This metaverse business again? Fine. Let's suppose that people's hearts can be changed by stealing their treasure, like you've said. If so,
Yes.
a different suspicion arises. People have gone mad or lost consciousness, never to recover, like the subway accident in April. Depending on how you look at it, that could be taken as a phenomenon for a sudden change of heart too. Were you related to those as well?
I don't know.
I see. Fine. Let's get back to Madarame's case. Keep it concise and stick to the facts.
Okay. I guess. Sure. Why not? Last day of exams. Seems like some of those were kind of tough. Well, it wasn't too bad. You should have gotten a decent score, right? I mean, I answered all the questions that I was given the chance to answer correctly. There. Now what?
It's over.
Yes.
over. How about you?
I'm feeling confident.
You traitor! Anyways, can we stop talking about the exams? Like it or not, they're gonna come back graded next week. Rather than
True.
focus on stuff that's over
Oh, look,
with.
Madarame.
What are you looking at?
The usual site. It's no use. There ain't any useful info. Number of posts are getting less and less too.
I am not letting this end as a one-hit wonder, okay?
Fair.
There's no point in getting antsy, though. I know. Why don't we go eat lunch somewhere? We still have some money left over from the other day.
I
True.
want sushi then, or domestic raised eel.
We don't have
Fucking
that much
what?
left. Oh, right. There are those tickets to Madarame's exhibit.
Don't tell me. Was it love at first sight with that Yusuke guy?
It's not like that.
Of course not.
When I was watching that special on TV, his artwork was pretty nice. Plus, we've got free tickets. Besides, this
True.
could also be related to what we heard in Mementos.
You'd be surprised.
Madarame, was it?
I'm curious too.
That aside, what should I do about the other 2 tickets? Want to go appreciate some fine arts for once?
Yeah.
Fine arts, huh?
I suggest we should all go together. Appreciating the fine arts builds character. A phantom thief who can't identify an original is lame.
If everyone's going...
It's settled then.
It should be fun.
Just the phrase going to an art exhibit sounds kind of mature.
I mean...
Let's meet at the exhibit entrance tomorrow.
I guess.
Okay.
Excuse me. Sorry. Tomorrow we go to that exhibit with Lady On. I'm curious to know if this Madarame has anything to do with the name we heard in Mementos. We can't afford to be late tomorrow. We better not go out right now. So I keep thinking about what Nakanohara said. Could he have been talking about the famous artist Madarame? That sounds right. Seconded. Great, the name really stood out to me. Yeah, I mean, you guys ever heard of someone else called Madarame? It's really not common at all. If what we heard is true, Kitagawa-kun is studying under a corrupt teacher. You mean a teacher who treats people like tools? Kitagawa-kun's life is probably pretty terrible. We gotta look into this. Do I have a movie?
Oh.
I do not. Can I at least go downstairs and, like, read or study? What about you? If you're asking for allowance, the answer is no. If you want money, earn it yourself. What the fuck? Should we read, or... You know what? Coffee? Yeah, we do need SP regens. Brew some coffee! Looks like you're starting to get interested in this. Hey, you're not trying to impress me, are you? Well, whatever. Alright, I'm heading up to buy some cigarettes. Every time I make coffee, you gotta go buy cigarettes. How much do you smoke, dude?
Oh.
I love the smell of good coffee. Yes.
Yes! Alright.
The way you're drinking it makes it look delicious. LeBlanc coffee times 2! It looks like the chief's gentlemanly charm is rubbing off on you. Let's see. So, nothing else is ranking up yet, but it looks like knowledge has definitely got progress. Guts does not. Problematic. Looks like you're out again. How's it going? Here, I'll have a sip. Fast forward, because this is all always the same. I think I would be surprised, but he probably gives us some better coffee training later, right? Sure, fucking hope so. I don't care about the things because they don't add anything.
So crowded.
It'll be a pain in the ass if someone sees you, so don't stick your head out too much, alright?
You came.
Yeah.
You really came.
What'd you expect when you left us those tickets?
Make sure that you don't get in the way of the other visitors.
Don't be rude.
Come now. I'll show you around. I'd like to speak more about the picture I'd like to draw, too.
Well, see you guys later.
Will Lady On be alright? What if he drags her behind some painting and tries...
I told you not to come out! Are we really gonna appreciate the fine arts? Can't we just go home?
Let's learn about Madarame.
I guess we should do a quick pass through at once. Which way are we supposed to start?
Good question.
It's that old man from the other day.
We continue to be truly surprised by your imagination. You have such expansive styles. It's hard to believe that it all stems from one person. Where in the world does all your inspiration come from?
Well, it is rather difficult to put into words. They naturally well up from within my heart, like bubbles rising one after another in the spring.
Naturally, you say.
What's important is to distance oneself from worldly desires, such as money and fame. My atelier is a modest shack, but it is more than enough to pursue true beauty.
Shack. I see. So the act of emptying one's mind gives rise to inner beauty. Still, to think we could hear the word shack coming from the great artist Madarame.
You would understand if you saw it.
Wasn't the word shack?
Madarame-san is actually here?
Over there!
I'm so glad I came on opening day.
I'm so confused.
Hey, stop pushing! There's way too many people!
I'm getting crushed!
Anyways, we gotta head for the exit. Don't die on us, alright?
I didn't know there were so many types of Japanese art.
Usually, one concentrates on their own style. However, Sensei creates all this by himself. He's special.
There you are, Yusuke.
Sensei!
Ah, the girl from yesterday. Are you enjoying the exhibit?
Maybe.
I don't know how to put it into words, but it's really amazing.
You're sensing something from the artwork. That alone is enough to give us artist satisfaction. I
If
hope
only
this
you were
becomes
an
a
artist,
wonderful
right?
piece, Yusuke. Well then, if you'll excuse me.
You'd imagine artists would be difficult to approach. But he seems really friendly.
Indeed.
Oh, this is it! The painting I wanted to see in person.
This one?
I guess it's the painter's anger? I'm not sure, but I sense this strong frustration from it. To think such a cheerful and gentlemanly person could make such a piece. Something wrong?
Don't mind me. There are better pieces than this one. Come now, this way.
You made that one.
Ah, that old lady totally elbowed me. Thanks to that, I remember now.
About what?
Well, let me get to it. It's about a post online. Here, look at this.
Why'd you leave without me?
You got it all wrong. We got dragged into this huge crowd and... anyways, you gotta look at this too.
What are we
This
looking at?
post might be about Madarame.
What's it say?
A master of the Japanese arts is plagiarizing his pupil's work. Only his public face is shown on TV.
Plagiarizing?
I
Yeah.
didn't think much of it when I first saw it, but hearing Shack and Madarame triggered him. His treatment of the pupils who live with him is awful. He teaches nothing and bosses them around. He treats them inhumanely, as if disciplining a dog.
Abuse on top of plagiarism, huh?
If this is real, it'll be a huge scandal.
Agreed.
I wonder
They
if
will.
Kitagawa-kun posted this.
Unlikely.
I mean, he is a pupil of his.
Yeah, but quote-unquote master artists always have more than one. Especially the longer they've been a master, the more pupils they're likely to have.
Who knows? It's anonymous and all.
In
True.
that case, it's possible the Madarame we heard about in Mementos is referring to the same one.
True.
A man like that doing such a thing?
I
wonder if we
mean,
can
you
ask
shouldn't
that
really be
shadow
surprised.
from earlier
Kamoshida
about
had two
this.
faces.
Oh, actually, we just need to talk to him in reality.
And how are
Yeah.
we gonna go about that? Are we gonna explain it all, starting with Memento?
Besides, if we make a move out in the open, there's the possibility that Madarame will find out.
Very true.
Yeah, right.
Hey, what do you think about Madarame? Doesn't he seem suspicious?
Yes.
I know, right? This all fits way too well to just be a coincidence.
I've said it before. I'll probably end up saying it again. I don't believe in
If
coincidences.
this post is legit, ain't this the kind of target we've been waiting for?
Well, yeah, but... Is it really true?
By the way, what did you
Maybe.
do about the whole modeling thing?
screen.
Kitagawa-kun gave me his contact info and the address to it.
He said he lives there, right? Let's try going tomorrow. We're off to Madarame's house right after school.
Okay.
Huh? You want me to model tomorrow? This is too sudden.
Agreed.
We're just gonna go talk to Kitagawa.
Oh, that's what you meant.
Oh, on.
Okay.
In any case, we need to find out if that rumor about Madarame is true. If it is, this might just be exactly what we needed.
Well then.
That reminds me, the home shopping program is airing today. You want to check out the TV? Yes. I'm not gonna read it again. I'm tired of doing the voice. Allergy relief. Oh, wide-eye drops. Ugh. A gift for health and cosmetic stuff by working women everywhere. I'm just gonna go with this one. The expensive one is... Oh god, that was expensive. Ugh. Fast forward! Now then. We are going to call that one here. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked what you saw, please leave a like down below. If you guys have something you'd like to share, feel free to leave a comment while you're at it. And as always, I am Legion True Hero. This has been Persona 5 Royal, and I am out. See you guys